free solar, all these ads, free solar this, free solar that, come get a free solar Tesla battery, never pay anything out of pocket for solar, never pay anything at all for solar, and you're going to get $2,500 because it's fully funded by the government and your state government, whatever. There are a bunch of lies online about solar. And a lot of companies out there just want you to do what's called clickbait. And clickbait is basically where they advertise something to you online, and then they take your information when you submit your information. So that's your phone number, your name, your email address, and your address or whatever other information, credit score, whatever. You submit that information. They say, oh, good news, you're approved. And then you get calls from 1,000 different companies. You know why? Because they just sold your information so that you could just submit your information to a bunch of companies. So you submit your information to a lead company, and then they sell your information to other companies. So you're selling your information to these companies so that they can call you, and they make a lot of money. These lead generation companies make a lot of money because people want things for free. They're like, oh, I don't I don't want to pay this anymore. I want to have solar completely free, and I don't ever want to have an electric bill again. And so they think that that's true. Unfortunately, that's not the case. You do have to pay for solar, but it depends on what you decide to do with it. So if you go with our company, we've got amazing deals. We've got things that are only available through AmeriSave. And then you can do leasing options with companies like Sunrun or SunPower or their partners. And I do not recommend one that goes up every single year. As far as leasing, we do recommend ownership or any way that you can own your system so you can get the benefits of it. But if it makes sense for you, you don't want to go into debt for solar, you want to make sure to get away from a DTI, you can go with AmeriSave's new option, which is something that we have coming out very soon. So by the time you watch this video, we'll probably have it where it's no debt, right? So that's one of the best options if you don't want to go into debt. Another option is the fixed leases with other companies where you can pay for, I think it's 25 years, a fixed monthly bill for electricity instead of having the rising cost of electricity. All right. Another option that you can do, ownership is always the way to go. If you can get ownership or some form of ownership to where another company takes the tax credit for you, let's say you don't have tax liability, then go with an ownership option that doesn't allow, well, where the company can take the tax liability. There's lots of different ways to do it, but free solar is not a real thing. And here's the reality of it. Let's say your bill is $250 a month right now, plus rising costs. So that's inflation costs. It's like ridiculously high right now. Well, let's say that nothing ever changed and that's what you're going to pay for the next 25 years. A $250 electric bill every month for the next 25 years, that's going to cost you $75,000. 75 grand. That's a lot of money. Even if you spend the next 10 years in your house, right? That's still a lot of money. So, if you spend, so even if you spend half that time, 12 and a half more years in your home, you're going to spend at least $37,000 on electricity. That's enough to buy a vehicle or buy a product that will produce electricity for you for years and years and years and years, and you can add value to your home. So that's why we recommend ownership. But with the utility companies, you are never going to get that money back. You're never going to get it back. You're putting money into a system that's already broken. It's been broken since they made it. It worked for a short time, and now we're realizing that the grid is broken. It's not working for people anymore. People do not want to pay these high costs for electricity anymore. They are over it. So they're getting solar because they want to have a choice. They're tired of being told what they have to pay every single month. They're tired of being told if their bill's going to go up or if it's going to go down. They have no control over it. So solar, they do have control. So is solar free? No, it's not free. Will it save you money? Most likely. Depending on where you are, yeah, probably. Most cases, yes. Will it pencil out for you? Probably. Probably, especially with costs of things right now. So do you want to go solar? Do you want to look into solar? What's the harm in scheduling a site survey and getting someone out there to see if you can go solar? If we can both agree that you want to save money, okay, do you want to save 20 grand or do you want to save 50 grand over the next 25 years? Like, what sounds best to you? Okay. Does it sound good to save a bunch of money? Yes, of course. So if that makes sense for you and you do want to save money, then get a survey scheduled and get solar. Like start the process of going solar. It only makes sense to do that. If you want to save money, go ahead and do it. Okay. If you want to go green, now's the time to go green. Just do it. It's time to do it. So I hope this helps. Free solar is not real. However, it's cheaper than what you're doing right now, and you're not going to throw your money away anymore. You can put your money into something that goes into your home. It's an asset. Whereas the utility company, they never pay you back. You never get an ROI, right? It's better to have a 5 to 10 or 15-year ROI than a zero ROI, where you get no return on your investment. So I hope y'all have a great day, and I hope this added some value to your life today. Let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to speaking to you about your solar project in the future.